I bought this pedal from Reverb maybe 6 months ago, maybe just over that, to be honest, because I thought it would be good for a few videos, for some content creation. I saw a couple of other guitar YouTubers and some of my friends making really great videos with the Boss DS-1. The videos were doing pretty well and I thought I wanted in on that action. It's also a classic pedal that I've never tried before. Believe it or not, I'm sure most of you have had a Boss DS-1 in your possession, but me, no. So I ordered this. Second-hand on Reverb. It's actually quite a nice one. It's a mid-80s Japanese one, so pretty sought after, I suppose. I'm a sucker for old Boss pedals anyway. It arrived, I plugged it in, and it wasn't for me. I was trying really hard to like this pedal, trying really hard to get some tones that I could gel with. So fast forward 6 months, I'm thinking about selling it. I'm thinking about moving it on, but I thought before I did that, I'd give it one last try, one last go. Let's see if I can make some sense out of the Boss DS-1. So I've got a little pedal board down here. We're going to whack it on. Let's make sure we're recording. One of the big differences that we're going to try out today is that I've got the Victory V4 Sheriff, more of a Marshally type thing. Previously, I've been trying this through my Duchess, my Victory Duchess, and the Victory Copper, a Fender type thing and a Voxy type thing. Neither of those were working, so I guess it's worth trying it for a Marshally type thing. I guess maybe that's more the DS-1's kind of ballpark anyway. We're also going to try it with a different guitar. Usually I'd be playing single coils. We're going to try it with some humbuckers. I guess single coils, DS-1, Vox amp is a kind of recipe for disaster, treble disaster. So we're going to play some humbuckers instead, the Heritage H150, into this little rig with the DS-1. I'm going to whack up some headphones so I can hear what I'm doing. So I guess you could say that's probably past edge of breakup, not much of a clean sound. Let's try it with the DS-1, everything at 12. Okay, I'm not feeling that so far. It's doing this weird flabby thing. There's also quite a lot of noise. We're going to crank the tone down as well as the distortion. Maybe give it a bit more volume. We're getting closer there. We're getting much closer. Kind of lost, because I've turned the tone down a little bit, we've kind of lost some of that buzzy B-ness on the top end. I kind of want a little bit of that back, but not too much. That's actually quite a thick rock and roll sound. From what I'm hearing through the headphones, I think through a cab that would be quite bottom heavy, so I would probably turn the bass down on the amp. With bigger chords, I'm not really hearing the kind of individual strings ring out, which is what I like from a thicker rock sound. Maybe we'd get some of that back if we cranked up the tone again, but I'm worried we're going to introduce some of that buzzy B-ness on the top end. Let's try it anyway. So yeah, we've just cranked the tone to like midway, and you can already hear, just doing the noise and like the background noise, the buzzy B-ness of the pedal is back. Not good. I don't like that at all. We can probably hear in the knob where we kind of like it just from the noise. It's a very weird sounding pedal. If that came out today, it would come out by a company like Death by Audio. Somebody's really trying to push the boundaries of tone. It actually reminds me a bit of Death by Audio's germanium filter, how it's so aggressive in every single setting that you have it at. Not always pleasing to the ear. As you can see, I've got it set up pretty tamely as well. The distortion's all the way down. The tone's wound back. It's also not got a lot of volume in this pedal. Let's crank up that volume a little bit again. Let's also put the distortion back to 12, and let's just see what kind of tones we're getting with a bit more distortion. You can kind of hear there the sort of lack of string definition that I'm on about. Let's crank it up a bit further. I'm probably going to regret this. Does it get more scoopy the more you crank the distortion up? It's like two different pedals. It's like two different pedals. Try the distortion low. If you've got a DS-1, try the distortion low. That's where it's all about. You still get the aggression and oodles of gain. Well, to me, that's a lot of gain. The mids come back a little bit. It's still kind of scoopy, but you definitely get more mids. A bit more string definition, a bit more clarity. A more classic sound when you turn the distortion down. Strange pedal. Strange pedal. Everybody's had a Boss DS-1, but it's so hard to use. This will be for a lot of people their first ever pedal. Those tones might tone people off. Don't get me wrong, as I said, there are tones in there. Don't be afraid to turn things down. Which, you know, if it's your first ever guitar pedal, the first thing you want to do is turn everything up. On the other hand, this one in particular, as I said, is a mid-80s, made in Japan, and you know, I like owning things like that, a piece of history. So is it worth keeping just for that kind of vintage aspect of it? Probably not this time. I'm probably still going to move this one on, but really the Boss DS-1 isn't for me. Thanks guys for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and maybe check out some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys!